very good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where and when you're watching us from. My name is Mutadhiwashi Awanyaga Mujirwa Baria Karikizi Nagwehoka Kumangogo Sheveria Shumaka Huho. Today is a beautiful day, it's the 29th day of October. The year is 2023, and oh my, I would like to say once you're here, it should be, must be, it will be a good time. Tonight, we are here to talk about what is happening in the continent. This is basically the state of the continent. And joining me tonight is two gentlemen, Ali from the mountains of Limpopo. And I know there's so many good news from that land, and also my very good friend Kemaniwa Mwagida Idimo. We'll be hearing from them also. So, Ali, how are you? How is South Africa?
We are doing very good here, my brother. And we say good morning, good afternoon, good day to Kimani and Mochibi. And all those are watching. One of Africa. Yeah, I'm a also what time in Limpopo, coming live from the mountains of Limpopo. One Africa.
Africa. Anyway, I love that. Kimani, also please introduce yourself.
My name is Kemani Wabwagina Werimo. I apologize for not having as much a show as you guys. It is interesting. We have the man from the mountains of Limpopo to join us today. We are glad to have you, Ali. I look forward to discuss some of the interesting things that have been happening in this beautiful continent of ours. Back to you, Ashera.
Yeah, there are some things that have been happening. And like the other times we have been here instead of the continent, Ali, we normally say, it's been a silent week. It's not been busy for Africa, but this week it's different. It is busy, it is jovial, so many things are happening. But above all, we thank God that many parts of this continent are at peace and people are going on well. Now, I'm going to start from my end here in Kenya. Ali and Kimani and our guests who are viewing us. Something that has been happening this week and has happened, and Kenya is now about to be about 60 years old. Kenya is at 60 years. I know, Ali, you cannot resonate with that, but Kenya is 60 years old. And in commemoration of that, we had the Kenya at 60 conference at the United States International University in Africa just 2 days ago, October 26th and October 27th. And we were privileged that the Wachira Spitz team to go and present our paper there. And it was a good time. We had good conversations. We had really nice academic engagement. And it was a good way for the academic world and people who organized this, to commemorate Kenya at 60 in general. It was really nice. It was good. Kemani, what do you think about that? How do you look at it, Kenya at 60?
Yeah, I think that since 60 years have passed since we were granted independence back in 1963, it is interesting for us to go back and look at what has been happening, the improvement that we have made, the challenges that we are still facing. And it is interesting that this particular conference decided to take an academic approach, through research and looking back, assessing our history. And trying to see the improvement that we can make for the future. I think it's wonderful that we have come this far. It's wonderful that there have been achievements we have made, and it is good that such a conference, or rather, we are looking forward to improving some of the challenges that we are still facing. As I was also at the conference. It was an engaging experience. We had a wonderful time, and it was good to see collaboration between history and a lot of multidisciplinary collaboration between various fields, assessing how our country has fared 60 years after independence. It was a good experience.
Yeah, it was a really good experience. I see. So what else is happening on your end, Kemani? What is the state of the continent?
Oh yes, there have been some very interesting news. Though the concept, whether they're interesting or not, is subject to their actuation. So, starting from next week, on Tuesday, the King of England, King of United Kingdom, King Charles III, will be visiting Kenya for a 4-day visit starting on Tuesday. Yeah, and his visit is quite interesting because this is the first in an African nation since he assumed his role as a king. It's also his first visit it's his first visit in African, or for that matter, any non-European country since his coronation. And his visit is raising quite a number of questions. We saw him before his coronation, speaking very passionately about slavery. So there are questions whether during his visit he will comment on issues to do with slavery, issues to do with the genocides and atrocities that were committed by past UK government, during the colonial times. And there are questions whether he will comment regarding such issues. We also asking such questions. We want to know whether he might comment on such things. Wachira, what do you think of his visit? Is this something to look forward to, or is it? What do you think about it?
The king's visit personally, I don't. Okay, let me say, I personally am not interested with the king's visit and with the kings, but I understand that it brings or it bears some goodies for the country and Africa at large. I'm not sure, but sometimes I look at it as a mockery, and I don't understand why it is now a big deal for the king to come to Kenya, to be specific, or as the first country since his coronation. I don't know. Maybe I stand corrected. If people will like to engage me further and persuade me, I'm open to that. But personally, it's something that I don't know. I don't know if it is of benefit as much to the country and to Africa at large. They are the same people, who have brought a lot of pain and suffering for this country. And it is funny that we are talking about the king and the queen, whether they will mention something, whether they're going to apologize. They should. There's something there just as it is. And that's why, I don't know. I hope it will be of benefit. But for me personally, I don't see any reason for the visit. Ali, what is happening on your end? Maybe you can also just tell us what is happening on your end as you try and comment about this issue. But I know there are a lot of big and better news rather than this of the king coming to Kenya. I know there's a lot of jubilation and celebration in South Africa. You guys might even declare a holiday because of this reason. Maybe Ali, tell us what is happening in your country.
I hope you can hear me loud and clear. It's happening this side of South Africa. As I tell you that yesterday was one of the historic nights, as you can see on your screen. I tell you that you see the black and white and the colored people and the yellow people. Yesterday, people were gathering together in different occasions, watching on the big screens, looking at the balls. They were touching everything by storm. I can tell you when you see them running and springing box. I'm telling you, there was no load shedding yesterday. Things were happening. In 1995, in 2007, in 2019, and we did it again yesterday, 2023. We have 4 stars of the world champion of rugby. I tell you, my brother, everyone is saying that this week it must be the whole week of a holiday. We know football is something that they're able to do, but with cricket and rugby, we represent the whole Africa. I tell you that everyone is very happy with what is happening, man. And we say, Africa, Chibatu.
Na sisi tunasema tunawapongeza nyote kwa ushindi wenyu. It's a really good thing, when South Africa takes this home, and we as fellow Africans, we are also celebrating here. We are joining in the celebration. I'm telling you, Kimani can bear me witness, in the country today, you look at your WhatsApp status, what people are posting in Facebook, in Instagram, in Twitter, which is these days called X. People are talking about RSA, the Springboks, and we are so happy and we are proud of these African sons of making us proud, Ali.
Indeed. History was made. History was made yesterday.
We just hope that our fellow, Kenyan brothers, we might also be doing us proud. There's some time back, they were also really good at this. So we hope
Indeed. Indeed.
Yeah. So, Ali, what else is happening in your side?
Also, yes, just that your sound is a bit down. Are you referring to me?
Yes, Ali, what else is happening from where you are
A
in
lot of
South
things that are
Africa?
happening this side. Lot of things are happening this side, and also bad and good things are happening. I can tell you myself, I love eggs too much. Eggs and
Yeah.
potatoes are my favorite. But now it's getting very expensive this side. To get potatoes and eggs are very expensive.
Yes.
The price of eggs is double. The price of potatoes is double. When you ask them, they say, "Hey," they are saying that they are no longer getting the good yields of potatoes, and they're trying to recover.
Mm.
And that's why the cost of potato is very high. And this side, there is what is called avian flu, which is actually affecting the eggs, affecting the chickens. So millions and millions of chickens are affected. So now they need to actually import potatoes that are coming from Belgium. They need to import eggs that are coming from different parts of Africa and also outside of the country. Eggs are very expensive, man. You spend double than what you have to spend. And there are also a lot of things happening this side, and people are complaining, especially middle class people, low class people are complaining because eggs and potatoes are our main ingredients, man. We can't go anywhere without that. And it's getting out of hand now.
It is getting out of hand. I know maybe Kimani does not indulge himself in some good eggs, but I know he comes from the motherland of potatoes in Kenya. We normally say cash crop ya Nyandarua ni mawaru. Ali, you'll ask me behind the tent what that means. But we also have the same problem in the country in regards to eggs. Maybe you can tell your South African people here at our neighbors in Tanzania, and then sometimes in Uganda, Banange, sometimes eggs comes from there, and it is just I hear it is cheap. I don't know, but this is something that is happening across even this side. Cost of living is going up very, 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 very high, and which leads me also to my next topic. There's been an uproar in this country, Ali. The president of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, said the other day that he does not, he was not for people, especially public service individuals, to travel outside the country, on official basis. But apparently, we have seen memes going up in this place. The president alighting from his plane, and people are saying that is the president in front of the office of the president of the Republic of Kenya. People are saying that he's traveling too much, and it is indeed true that the president is traveling too much at the taxpayers' money, and some politicians have emerged, saying that it is worthwhile. He's going to bring good things. He's at the interest of the people of Kenya. And other people have been on the contrary opinion. They're saying, I think the country has many problems, and you say we don't have money, but your behaviors do not show that. The other day we were celebrating Mashujaa Day, as I had shared with you earlier the other day, that we are celebrating Mashujaa Day. But what was happening? The government flaunted big cash money, and yet they say we don't have money. People are sleeping hungry. As you have said, we do not have potatoes, we do not have eggs, and the president is up and about the world. I think it is high time somebody calls the president and says, explain to us what is happening. But we hope that it is indeed in good hopes that what he is doing is good for the country. Kimani, what is happening on your end, Kimani?
Oh, there have also been very interesting news. The Kenya's Chief Justice, TJ Koome, is proposing a bill to decriminalize prostitution in the country. And this discussion, is raising a lot of interesting questions regarding morality, regarding sex work, regarding there are a lot of discussions regarding where this bill places the country on an ethical map. On one end, some people are saying that perhaps it is, they're saying that prostitution happens either way, whether it is criminalized or not, and so there's not much effect in decriminalizing it. On the other end, some people are saying that it is a disgrace to Kenya's morality, especially those affiliated to the church and other such-like institutions. And it's quite a debate. It's not yet official that it has been decriminalized, but the debate ensuing from this proposition, it's quite a hot one. I wonder what Ali and Wachira think about this. I was reading the paper saying that apparently prostitution is one of the oldest professions in the world. And
it's actually the oldest profession in the world.
It's the oldest profession in the world. Is it time to take hearts for it, out for it, and respect it, and have it legal? What do you think,
Ali?
Yeah. No, I'm a bit struggling to hear you a bit, but I can hear you. I think you're talking about constitution a bit. I think constitution, if I get your question right.
Ali, we are talking about Kimani has mentioned, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya is suggesting that this country, it is high time we legalize prostitution. And what does the history books tells us? It tells us that prostitution is among the oldest, forms of earning a living in the world. So I don't know. I think these people, it's high time they legalize.
This side of
living out of it. It's just to legalize it and to move on. And because you're also living in a country where the president is out there looking for tax, it will also be advantageous for him so that he can get more money to move up and about the world.
Yeah. On the other side, Wachiri, I think it can work for the state because we know that all the men, they are looking for something good. We know that. So it can work if these people, they can be taxed. It can be another form of income generation into the government where these people are legalized and then they're vetted, they are taxed, and then the government can make money because if you look at other countries, other foreign countries, looking at America and other countries, and also including South Africa. In South Africa, that is legalized. There are people who are actually running this thing professionally, and they are even getting money from it, and they're even being taxed from it. The state is making money of it. We have some of the hotels that one cannot mention that are rendering such services of high profile, and you find that they're rendering services of high people that we know that are of high level, and these people are making money. So we should not be ashamed of other people. Other people, this is a way of making money, and it's working for them. And they're living more than us. So it's working. Let Kenyans enjoy the benefits of this thing. Let them legalize it.
Yeah. I think it is high time they legalize it in this country, and because it is what it is. Ali, what is also happening on your end?
Yeah. Wachiri?
Yes, go ahead, Ali. What is happening on your end also?
A lot of things that are happening, my brother, this side. I'll take you two things very quickly because of time. I'll come back home in South Africa. In South Africa, what is happening? In South Africa, they have not been actually, taking into account. I'm going to also look into the UNISA, the University of South Africa. Hey, this university is actually under administration at the moment. There are a lot of things that are happening there. Maladministration. A lot of things are happening there. A lot of people are saying people are being honored while they're not supposed to be honored. People are getting doctorate, masters. People are working very hard to get this. Some are just getting them. A lot of things are happening there. And also, if you look into what is happening also in Zimbabwe actually is set to hold the mass election by the 9th of October. But hey, a lot of the opposition parties saying that will be fraudulent. We don't want these people to hold that because the elections are fraudulent. We don't want a mass election. So Chamisa is even fighting. The leader of the Triple CC is fighting and saying that this is going to be very fraudulent. Lastly, what we see that is happening also in South Africa. This is history happening this side of South Africa. I don't know about Kenya. It's history. The Department of Home Affairs this side, they've actually started to legalize what is called Nika certificate. One can ask, what the hell is that? That certificate actually is a traditional wedding ceremony that is actually, it falls under the Islamic people. So now, previously in South Africa, they have not been taking the Islamic marriage into account. So now they're taking them into account, and there is a certificate that is issued while these people that are married. You know, it's very much important because there is a certain constitution that they also want to make sure that it's been adopted and working on it. Right? And it's very interesting to see how things are happening and unfolding this side of South Africa, where different cultures are being acknowledged. We say thumbs up to the minister, saying that this is very good, man. We don't leave people outside. Let them come inside the box.
Yeah. It is high time. And for that university, I think we should name and shame them because some people are really working hard to get their masters and their PhDs, even their undergrad, and somebody is busy dishing them out as if it is just anything. I think it is not right. They should be something. They should be called to account. You know, we had the similar case here in Kenya some time back, where we had so many PhDs that were recalled. I don't know what happened, but it is something that should be named and shamed. What about you, Kimani? Kimani, what is happening on your end?
Oh, yeah, there also been some news some tragic news, an extension. Yes, Washira. Yeah, yes. There have been this developing story in Uganda. So last month, on 17th of October, rather, this couple was apparently they were shot and killed in a terrorist attack in Uganda. They were on their honeymoon and they were shot and killed by a group known as allegedly a group known as the Allied Democratic Forces in Uganda. Yes. Recently, the government has decided to name a road after the two foreign tourists. But the interesting thing that is raising controversy is that there was a tour guide by the name. There was a tour guide who was killed alongside them. And the government's decision to name the road after the two tourists, they're from the UK. Did not take into account this tour guide by the name, I think he's called Eric Aliai. And some Ugandans are also getting very angry about this, and they're wondering why is it that the government is honoring only the two tourists and disregarding the Ugandan tour guide that was killed alongside them. And this has been quite a debate. I think this also extends to what we were discussing earlier about Kenya sort of celebrating the arrival of the king. I think there's a concept of neocolonialism somewhere in here. I don't know what Washira you have to say about that.
Yeah, it's a funny scenario. Let me hear first what Ali will say.
Come again, because this side there's a heavy rain. This side there's a serious heavy rain that is happening. So I find it difficult to hear what you're saying. There's a serious heavy rain happening this side.
I'm saying that the couple on the screen, it's a couple from UK. They were visiting Uganda on their honeymoon, and they were shot and killed. And they were killed alongside a tour guide from Uganda. But the Ugandan government has decided to name a road after the couple, but has disregarded that decision. They have disregarded the tourists. No, not the tourists. They have disregarded the tour guide. Yeah, they're only naming the road after the couple and disregarding the tour guide that was killed alongside them. And it is raising a lot of controversy. Why was the Ugandan tour guide left in that position by the government?
I hear what you're saying now. It's also happening this side of South Africa. It was happening where you find that a lot of tourists, they are targeted by criminals. When they're coming this side, most people are thinking that these people, they have a lot of money so that they can be able to hijack them. It happens in some of the national parks, and we see that now they are upping their security now. A lot of security measures are happening. It happens in one of the lodges or the resorts where some of the, people coming from different countries, the tourists coming this side, their stuff were taken. There was robbery cars taken, money was taken, clothes taken. Such things are happening. And, this is very bad because it's taking Africa outside of the map, and it's also going to take down the tourists coming this side. We make a lot of money coming from tourists, coming from different parts of the world, coming this side of Africa. And we need to protect these people. It's part of the duties of the people that are responsible for tourism in Africa to make sure that they protect all the tourists that are coming from outside of Africa. When these people are coming here, man, they are going to do good things about us. So if they don't protect these people, I'm telling you, tourism is going to die. And on the map, the tourism that is coming from this country that this happened, no, but people don't no longer visit such things.
I agree with you. You know, that was like a very funny way for Uganda to try and you know, tunasema kusafisha jina, you know, trying to clear the, you know, what happened, you know, by naming the white people and forgetting the tour guide rather. But we hope that everything will be okay, and it is in that spirit that I would like to say that it's been a good week. I'm so happy, man, Ali, for what has happened in South Africa. I think that is the spirit that I'm going on with till next Sunday. I'm so happy, you know, the positivity. I don't know if you do understand how people are celebrating in Kenya, and in the same manner that we are celebrating in Kenya, I am sure in South Africa it is big. It is very big, you know. It's supposed to be a very big story, and I have nothing much from my end. Kimani, anything as we wrap up before we finish up with Ali?
Oh yeah, there was also, I saw another story in the papers regarding Sadio Mane acquiring a large majority share in a football company in France. And it's interesting in this way. It is said that his acquisition of this company, football company, it's aimed at supporting football, you know, talents from Senegal and Africa. And I think it's the start for, you know, it's a start. Maybe perhaps we'll see more figures like him in football to the future. You know, thanks to perhaps his investment in this football company. I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's creating a promise for you know, better performance and, you know, better, you know, representation of Africans in football, and specifically European football.
Yeah. Thank you, Kimani. Thank you very much, Ali. As we wrap up,
nothing much from my side. What I can say is that I'm a bogo. Yeah, that's what I can say, my brother. It's very happening this side. I'm telling you, tomorrow, with the metric students that's starting to write tomorrow, it's going to get very crazy. As you hear that most of them, as we speak now, they're preparing themselves for the final examination. I can tell you, most of them are not sleeping now. They're taking all the books. I find my neighbor having some books. I'm like, I want the mess to come inside, man.
Oh, we want to wish them well, wish them success, wish them well as the African corner instead of the continent society. We want to wish them well. It is also happening here in Kenya. We call it the KCPE and the KCSE, the national examinations. And you know, the KCPE, this is the last year. This is the last year that these people are going to sit for this examination. Moving forward, we are going to switch to now what we are calling the CBC. And also in a similar spirit, we want to wish them all the best. We wish them success, and we hope they pass with what I hear they call flying colors. I don't know what flying colors are, but it is what it is. Ali, I want to wish everybody a really nice week. See you next week, as we also will be briefing them what is happening in the continent. But from my end, I wish them a good night, a good week. My name is Mutathi Washira Wanyaga. Ojiro Abaria Karigidi. Ayo. Bye.